What's up guys, Eternal here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play Tristana. This time, once more, this video is a bit different. I'm making a video from the replay because I wasn't recording back then, but the game was really good, so I think that this is a good example and hope you don't mind. So yeah, I think that Tristana is definitely an underrated pick. And I want to show you the potential in this champion. So I'm gonna show you the best build and rules here, the best way to play her. She's great for climbing because she's not that reliant on her support. Because of her W and ultimate grants her ability to self-peel, so she can protect herself, knock back dangerous threats, and W grants nice gap closer. There is also a reset, so it's really good for something like solo queue environment, and she's good for pushing, so good champion for taking objectives. And let's get to her skill explanation. So on passive, Tristana's attack range and the cast range of E and ulti are increased with level. So first you want to max E, and as you can see here, on passive, enemies explode when slain by Tristana's basic attack, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies, so pay attention, like I'm last hitting something and it deals damage to subsequent targets. And here I would like my supports to help me in pushing, because clearly my enemies want to hit level 2 first, and I always want to hit level 2 first before my enemies. That way it's also much easier for Tristana. But here things are getting hard, as you can see, because there's Lucian that is strong early game, and from this point it's clear that I won't be able to hit level 2 before them, so now the wave is in a really bad spot. Though Tristana is always pushing due to E's nature, like dealing damage to that subsequent targets, like now as you can see. And yeah, now I know that I can't really pressure. By the way, interesting Morgana Q hitbox, as you could see now, that shouldn't hit me. And now yeah, the wave is in a really bad spot. Usually as Tristana, remember that you want to push as much as you can to hit level 2 first, and remember about your support. Remember to remind your support that you need that help. So yeah, as for E's active, you place a bomb on an enemy or turret that explodes after 4 seconds, dealing physical damage. Each attack and ability charges the bomb's damage by plus 30% up to a maximum amount, and at 4 charges the bomb explodes. And here I found a really nice opportunity to kill Morgana, which was really one trick, like knowing the potential of this champion, because it was really risky. But yeah, you need to find that opportunity. Once you get used to the damage, you can really get fat easily, and Tristana snowballs so hard. So here Lucian overextended, and yeah, huge comeback for me. Actually, comeback, it wasn't that bad, right? But you could see the lane before. It didn't look that good. So now that's huge early lead for me. And going back to E. So at 4 charges the bomb explodes immediately. The detonation ratios is twice as large if used on a turret, and it has a synergy with your W. So on W, Tristana launches herself to target location, dealing much damage and slowing surrounding enemies by 60% for 1 second. So that's the slow. Kills, assists, and max stacks of E detonations on champion resets, W cooldown. So basically, if you get a kill and an assist, or if you manage to fully charge your E, you are gaining a W. So you can, for example, W really close to your enemy, slow in, then applying full E stacks, making you able to jump once more. So in case if some of you wondered why Tristana is able to jump twice sometimes, that's why. And also just with takedowns, so you can plan your next moves. Like, I really like to play Tristana as an assassin later, because I can like calculate, I kill one and then immediately jump out, so when diving or when going into safety, or if I want to chase other enemies down. Then on Q it's simple. On active you increase your attack speed by 50% for 7 seconds. And yeah, that was really risky again, and you see, that's the potential in Tristana. You just have to play really aggressively. She's really fun, she's one of my favorite ADCs. Not seeing her that often. She definitely deserves to be played way more than she is right now. You should always prioritize your E on the turret. As you can see, just keep in mind that when there are enemies beneath the turret, you are likely to gain turret aggro in the moment of E exploding. But it really happens like frequently for your enemies to accidentally take the damage from the E on the turret because there's explosion ratios. Sometimes you can knock your enemies with ulti into that E somewhere, or you can E one target and just ult in the moment of explosion to others, but it's advanced combo for experienced Tristana players. And as for ultimate, Tristana fires a massive cannonball at an enemy unit. This deals magic damage and knocks surrounding units back 600 distance. Keep in mind that your ultimate should be used as a finisher if you want to kill someone, because if you miscalculate your damage, you can accidentally save your enemy. And look, from this point I'm just going in, and with ulti I knocked him and almost saved him, but also there's one thing, after ulti you should be doing ulti attack immediately, and that way there's no counterplay for that and your enemy can still die, especially with crit later. So you ulti and immediately basic attack. Your ult can stop dashes, so protect yourself from assassins. Like here I would ult Katarina away. So always Blade of the Ruined King is the perfect item for Tristana, as she is really reliant on basic attacks. She gets free attack speed, lifesteal, and the synergy with on-hit effect really allows her to do more damage, especially in tank meta. So already 7 kills. In my team, the 7 kills are mine. My team is doing bad. Top and jungler feeding. Okay. So I keep pressuring them. And don't be afraid to play aggressively with Tristana, because you have your W, you can immediately get away. There's one important thing about Tristana's W, you should remember that. Even if you get crowd controlled, if you manage to press W before that crowd control applied, you'll still be able to finish the animation, and then you will get stunned, for example. So here with Morgana, for example. So if I casted W behind me and Tristana somehow managed to Q, I would still finish the animation. I would travel with Q while being rooted, and after landing some part of the CC would have to elapse, and that's it. So that's why I recommend playing Tristana against something like Leona, because even if she casts E on you or Q, you can still get away into safety. So it works the same as you will see if you noticed. You finish the jump and then you get crowd controlled if you are faster than the CC in terms of casting. So that's the main thing. Save your Q for the moment of trading, or if you really want to push fast. But when you're pushing, I recommend saving Q for faster stacking of your E. Oh, another questionable Q hitbox. So yeah, Volibear tries to pressure. Maybe he will try to do the Drake soon. For now, like, I can see that my allies are doing badly, but nothing I can do, right? I need to win my lane first. And even though I'm fed, I have to take the turret. Oh, look at this. So here, Volibear survived. That was enough damage to start something, and now I'm starting my resets. I had to avoid the Q, so couldn't finish him off. There's Timo trying to impact, which is surprising. He came from the top lane just to be here. I'm also trying to impact. And yeah, can I do something here? So I'm trying to sustain. I recommend playing with something like Nabi or Lulu or Yumi as Tristana, because all you need is more peel. Here I try to survive somehow. Huge shutdown. Will they try to do the Drake? Yeah. We're gonna rush Hourglass. I wasn't expecting much from Kiana because I tried her and I know that Kiana jungle is pretty weak in terms of the clear sustain. She's only good on the mid lane, so she died. But we managed to take the Drake somehow, so nice. And yeah, I'm trying to be around, let's see. They be able to kill Lucian. 1 second and I would get this kill, but okay. Heimerdinger took the kill, it's fine because I'm fed already, so spreading gold a bit is fine. I have this hyper carry mentality, so I like to take all resources and then just try not to make any mistake. So as you can see, fast pushing, I was already able to take the turret. Timo took down the top lane already, so no first turret. And yeah, I can see that I need to impact other lanes, so right after taking this turret, I'm trying to be around like on the mid lane. Bot lane is done, now I only have to return in order to outpush. But here look at the damage, he didn't expect that, he didn't realize that I was so fat. He saw that damage, yeah. And now pressuring Morgana even harder, because I know that I can do this, why not? So I'm just trying to use every opportunity. Here I overextended. Okay. There's Rift. I'm thinking of doing that. But actually I also know that I have to just be around in case something happens and later build more items. So trying to push and let's pressure Volibear. Actually I can see that I can stay on this. Yeah, I just did the auto attack on Lucian to make him get closer to the turret so that he can take this damage, and he did. So Tristana has, when playing Tristana, you have mind games. Being fed, pressuring the turret even harder, keeping in mind not to stay in range. Volibear overextended. I'm careful about Timo, and I also respect Kasadin, because Kasadin is really strong even if it's not the late game yet. Okay. That's really close, but I'm not doing a stupid dive or something, of course. I'm just taking it slow. I'm close to finally yeah, to take this turret I was able to. Timo hurts, he's really fat. So I'm deciding to go back. And yeah, I like Infinity Edge first. I mean second after Blade of the Hurricane. But I'm saying first because I'm not going for something like Rapid Fire Cannon, but I prefer having more AD. Especially since I took first item with attack speed, so it makes sense to just go Infinity, maybe go for a lucky crit. It's better like this anyway. So now I'm getting stronger. Tristana's late game is so nice. Her range increases, so she's the perfect example of hyper carry. Now I'm just focusing on impacting the game as much as I can, so I'm not staying on the bot lane to farm or something. As you can see, I'm trying to be around. Now I thought that is the perfect time to do the rift, so here we go. Blade of the Hurricane also helps. So you start your combo with E and then you Q, you apply the stacks. And I was thinking like maybe I can take this top lane now because whole team is there, but actually returned because it was really close, and here we go. Now I was like thinking that maybe we shouldn't fight because we took down the rift. The fight is pretty random and we have much more to lose than gain. But I'm just waiting so that I can maybe surprise my enemy. Actually I didn't have to jump, but yeah, managed to shut down Timo, yes. Bye, and I avoided Morgana's ulti, good, huge, triple. There's the Drake, but I actually want to use this time to push the mid lane, maybe we can take another turret. And after doing so, we can, yeah, go Drake. And actually I dived, I know the damage. I'm really fat, so diving like this is really fun, knowing that you can get away. I think it helps that I main assassins. Maybe even harder, so still pressuring, as you can see. It wasn't worth just going instantly for the Drake, if you can just push right. So pushing first always. And second Drake is ours. Going for some CS. There's Kiana trying something. I trolled Kiana here. Plot twist, I did that on purpose. So yeah, now I got Rapid Fire Cannon, so I also like to take Phantom Dancer, but still, since I'm so fat, I thought so that Rapid Fire Cannon can really make a difference. Staying out of Timo's Q range, or just being able to chase down enemies, especially when Katarina can escape with his ulti often. So Rapid Fire Cannon seems like the perfect item, and for most of your games it is. Timo's room's hurt. Now I can see that something is happening on the bot lane. So here I go, or do I? Still waiting. Yeah, I could actually see that it's over. But from here I can see that They are still chasing. So let's go. Look at the damage. High. Hey. I have good lifesteal, as you can see. So crit and lifesteal, the most important stats, and attack speed, so like for most ADCs, right? But I just want to say that lifesteal is really important as Tristana late game, because your damage is huge and you just want to stay alive. So I like building blood first or later, not Death's Dance. BT is better with the shield. Still farming. Okay. And actually, I was considering Baron now, because I can see that my enemies are not really coming close and probably they had no vision, but there's Teemo pressuring, and I was actually thinking, can Kiana stop him, and will he go back after this, or will he pressure? So he's trying that annoying split push strategy now, and it actually worked, but he's going back. I actually thought that he's probably back in here, so yeah, we have him revealed and bye. So now without the split pusher it's much easier. I always, when wanting to carry, I prioritize killing the split pushing champion first, like as a whole team if it's possible, and then you can deal with others. Because if you decide to do something else with the split pusher being around, then you can really throw, because you can start some random team fight and Teemo, for example, would just finish the inhibitor, putting us behind. So you see, we took down Teemo and now it's easy. We were able to do Baron, but here I have done huge mistake. Like, I wanted to pressure them and maybe kill someone, getting a reset. The right play would be just rushing the Baron, and if my enemies came closer I would finish them off, because I would have my allies around, so the focus wouldn't be only on me. So this is a throw and huge comeback potential for my enemies, sadly. One mistake can cost you a lot, so even to this point, even when I played so good, one mistake, that shouldn't happen, and yeah, here we go. So yeah, I should have just rushed Baron. If they came closer, we could have stopped, or I would be in a much better position. I shouldn't be here, especially without the vision. It was risky. If not the CC, I could survive, but yeah, it was risky. So now harder, but I saw Teemo and decided to jump, and we've got him A. You need to use every opportunity as Tristana to make a comeback to get fed. Just in a good sign, because there's the third Drake, and we are able to do that. Lucian trying something, but I think he inted. What was that, Lucian? Holy Bear managed to kill Yana, but here I go. I ulted Katarina away from me, and Quadra A. Actually unofficial Penta, right, because I killed Teemo, but forget it, never mind. So now pushing. So they threw the comeback potential. I'm so fed, so it takes more than just one team fight. Trying to pressure Teemo. Look at this, I did mind games. I waited for the blind to pass, and then I returned with W with rapid fire cannon stack ready with increased range, and he got so surprised, he didn't expect this, and easy kill A. So inhibitor taken. Oh, good engage at me. And kiting. You can really kite so well with Tristana, especially with Q, so don't forget when getting away you can really outplay. That's what I love about Tristana, huge outplay potential and creative play. So focused on pushing another lane. I took Phantom Dancer, as you can see. So Phantom Dancer grants me more crit. And in this situation it's kind of clear that we won't be able to push more, but I'm just trying to pressure, hoping that something happens. Managed to do rapid fire auto. It deals a lot at this point. Ally shrine something. Okay. So close, he survived. So I'm still around because there's a minion wave on the mid lane and there's Garen, so I'm thinking like maybe I can push, and here I go. Ooh. Dangerous situation. Now I have to lifesteal rapidly because there's Teemo's poison. Actually survived. Nami had no range to heal me, but that's why lifesteal is so important. And yeah, we managed to take the turret. Took some healing. Actually jumping on Kassadin. Bye. So that way I'll be able to take the second inhibitor, and of course I'm still focused on getting health back on minions. Okay. Oh, that hit me somehow, and actually I knew that I was affected by the blind, so don't be like surprised why I didn't finish off the inhibitor. I simply wasn't able to with the blind. So pretty unfortunate that I took this Q, but the situation is still good. So like here I decided to go with QSS full item because QSS helps especially against Teemo and Morgana's Q. So you can QSS Teemo's blind and make him totally useless because he will win every 1v1 if you press QSS in the right time. And also it grants additional magic resist. Not to mention lifesteal of course, so perfect item against Teemo. But I'm still considering Bloodthirster later. Just for now. Here we go, I'm going for the red buff. And yeah. Managed to catch Kassadin, still chasing. Had no vision, so it was a bit risky. Oh, there was Volibear. Nice shrine. Jumping just to lifesteal. Yeah, Teemo Shroom. Here I went for wolves to lifesteal again, and here the key objective is to take down this inhibitor. You don't want to rush the base because it's not possible to finish the game, but since there are some minions I wanted to target the turret a bit with my E, knowing that my allies can finish the inhibitor and still pressure in, yeah. And here I use QSS on the blind. Here there's one thing, so this could make a difference. If I didn't try to W, but if I tried to just auto, maybe I would lifesteal this damage. So keep in mind that it's not worth pressing W when being close to your enemy, because during that time you would be able to do a few basic attacks, dealing more damage than just W, which grants you small amount of damage that scales with AP. So I hope you get what I mean. It's the same with Yasuo's E. So during the dash or gap close, you are dealing small amount of damage and you are not able to basic attack. So it's much better if it's possible and the situation is much more fortunate for you to just basic attack. So in close range, you don't jump at your enemy, you keep doing basic attacks, you lifesteal, you outplay that way. Only W if you really have to get out of the situation that is so bad for you, or if you need to catch up to your enemy. So I think I would survive if I just kept doing basic attacks instead of trying to get away out of range. And that makes a difference, especially after building Bloodthirster. You just have to kite, you don't need to use W to escape. You just also keep yourself at maximum amount of HP pretty much. So early game, of course, you can do W to slow to deal damage, but later keep doing Q and also. Oh, what a surprise. Here I ulted. See, I didn't try anything, I was just basic attacking and almost outplayed my enemies. If I tried something else in that situation, I wouldn't be able to kill them. So that was pretty random, I couldn't expect Volibear to be in that bush, but my allies are taking the inhibitor. Okay. We have all the drakes, by the way. So Baron is up. Garen in trouble, but Volibear is so squishy for me now. We managed to take down the jungler, that means that it's time for an easy Baron. So just pushing this. And let's go. They can only guess that we are doing it. It's always worth pushing the mid lane first, because you will pressure your enemies, and especially in lower elo, your enemies will have a harder time guessing that you went for that objective, because they would only see like vision of you taking down minions, and then after taking down minions the vision will disappear. Now pressuring bot lane, because of course top and mid lane got destroyed, so no point rushing. What's the point? Like, better pushing the last remaining wave lane that is not pushed yet. Top lane is inhibitor respawned, but that doesn't matter, especially with Baron. I just don't want to overextend, so I'm going back a bit, because I kind of want to do the trap now. And here I'm wondering if they have vision or not. Keep in mind that it shows the vision for my team only. So yeah, they knew. Elder is spawning soon, and I thought to myself that instead of risking, why not just take Elder first and then push? So we are doing it. Chances are that my enemies will come to Elder, and maybe we can finish them off that way. So either we take Elder and finish them, or we make the last team fight on Elder and win. Little chances for throw, especially considering the fact how fat I am now, and here they go. So I went for the Teemo, focus the jungler, he's focusing Kiana so much. Jumping. And yeah, that's it. With my life, still nothing they can do. And yeah. Elder. Now I'm instantly going for the base because I know that I can finish off and my allies can do the Elder. But actually they surrendered now. So yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, I hope that you enjoyed, and if you did then please leave a like, subscribe, and you can also check out my other videos and stream. I hope that you learned something. See you next time.